Petrol prices are one of the most sensitive economic indicators in the world because they directly affect transportation, food prices, and the overall cost of living. Over the past few years, people across many countries have faced rising fuel costs, which has created financial pressure on households and businesses. One of the biggest reasons for this instability is global conflict and geopolitical tension. Wars, sanctions, and political disagreements between major oil-producing countries can quickly disrupt oil supply chains, pushing petrol prices higher. Today, we will talk about when petrol prices will drop in the world. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. The connection between war and petrol prices. One of the biggest factors affecting petrol prices is war or military conflict. When countries that produce large amounts of oil become involved in wars, the global supply of crude oil becomes uncertain. Oil markets react quickly to this uncertainty, and prices rise almost immediately. For example, tensions in oil-rich regions such as the Middle East often cause fear of supply disruption. How oil supply disruptions affect the market. The global oil market works on a balance between supply and demand. When supply decreases due to war, sanctions, or damaged infrastructure, prices increase because countries still need the same amount of fuel. If tankers cannot safely transport oil through important routes like the Strait of Hormuz or other key shipping channels, the supply chain becomes restricted. This creates shortages in many countries, forcing fuel distributors to raise prices. The role of major oil producers. Countries that produce large amounts of oil have significant control over global prices. Organizations like the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries influence oil supply by adjusting production levels. When production is reduced, oil becomes scarcer and petrol prices rise. During times of geopolitical tension or war, some oil-producing countries may cut output to stabilize their own economies or respond to political pressures. Economic sanctions and their impact. Another major factor that affects petrol prices during wartime is economic sanctions. When powerful nations impose sanctions on oil-producing countries, those countries may lose the ability to export their oil freely. For example, restrictions on oil exports can significantly reduce the amount of oil available in the global market. This forces other countries to compete for limited supply, which pushes prices higher. When petrol prices might start falling, petrol prices generally begin to drop when global tensions decrease and oil supply stabilizes. If conflicts end or peace agreements are reached, oil production and transportation can return to normal levels. Increased production from major oil-producing countries also helps lower prices because it increases supply in the market. In addition, when the global economy slows down, demand for fuel decreases, which can also cause petrol prices to fall. The role of renewable energy in future prices. Another factor that may influence petrol prices in the future is the growth of renewable energy sources. Many countries are investing heavily in electric vehicles, solar power, and other clean energy technologies. As the world slowly reduces its dependence on oil, demand for petrol may decline over time. This shift could help stabilize prices in the long term and reduce the dramatic price spikes that often occur during wars or geopolitical crises. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.